Alright, we're back with Can We Survive the Moon? And let's just jump right into it. Let's get started. Alright, so we last left off in the night, and we'll just continue straight from there. And we have our platform, we have our base. Now, time to do some diggy hole. As we need to try to get as much stone, iron, whatever's down there as much as possible, but we have a problem, and that is going to be a storage problem. So I don't think we have enough parts to make a large cargo container. We could ultimately try, but I really doubt we have enough mats for it. We could probably make another small cargo container, but I don't think it's actually necessary, really, because we could fill up the drill and refinery with stone and everything as much as possible, and not a big deal. Maybe we do that until we get enough iron and everything like that. So we could complete the flooring now, I believe, because this is just the interior walls. And wow, I wasn't expecting it to be that long to weld up with the basic welder. It's taking quite some time to do it. All right, but we're gonna do it because we can utilize some of this mats, and instead of having, you know, scaffolding or whatever, we can have a flat base on the bottom. So why not do it? We could also travel to an unknown signal as we wait, see what's over there, and gather the necessary parts or whatever. I don't think we're gonna be able to get underneath that one. All right, so yeah, there's an unknown signal 2 kilometers away, which is far but not too far on the rover. I do want to edit this rover a bit because it looks a little funky, but yeah, let's just do this really quickly. I don't like that I have this all set up like that. Let me just put this here so I can walk instead of kind of fly everywhere. All right, turn the drill on. Let's go deep down, get as much as we can. And we start drilling down. Just gotta be gentle. I can't see it, so I'm not sure if it's gonna hit the ground or not. I think it just did before, so I'm just gonna go do this with it. All right, I think we probably filled up everything. More or less, yeah. Very close of filling up every single thing, but that's good enough for now. Well, that refines, and we can make our mats and everything like that. So we could do metal grids. We do need some metal grids. Let's just do 20 for now. Actually, no. No, we can't even do it because we have no cobalt. So that's great. We do 100 of each item here, I guess. Even if we can. I'm not even sure we can. But we'll just queue it up so we can have that. Let's just go to the unknown signal, see if we can find anything worthwhile there. So power it up, release the parking, and we bring this rover out over there. So I know we have cobalt down here, so we should be fine. We just gotta dig a little deeper for it, so then we can make the large cargo container instead of the small cargo containers, because that's not gonna hold much. And this rover is slow. All right, so maybe we turn the steering off for the last 2. Yeah, that works out. And we can bump the speed a little bit, right? Yeah, let's bump this up to 50% power. Well, that's power. That's not speed, so that's not going to help us. Top speed or speed limit. There you go. Let's go 100. 100 kilometers per hour, I think it said. Although that might get us into a little bit of trouble, but I think we should be okay. Okay, that is a bit rough. But yeah, like I said, 100 and so kilometers away, or not 100, 1 or 2 kilometers away. It's actually pretty far for a rover. Ship-wise, not as much. But we also do need to venture out a little bit because we do need to find ice. All right, we have a bit of a problem here, and that is this crazy looking hill, which I may or may not have enough speed to get over this or power to get over this. This is actually not a good idea, but I guess we're attempting it anyways. A bit of a crater right over here too. All right, we gotta be very careful here because we're just gonna get ourselves into some issues if we don't maneuver correctly, or maybe even fall into a hole, which is also a possibility. Maybe this was just a really, really bad idea. Yeah, that's a hole, and we're about to fly right into it. Great. Great. All right, we gotta turn this thing around if we can. Ooh. Nope. All right, we're in a hole. Not exactly what I wanted, but I think we can climb out of this. No problem. Yeah, we have a gyroscope, so it's not too bad. We also do have... Ooh, 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 ooh. We're gonna flip over. 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 I don't want to flip over. All right, let's just do that for now. We're gonna run the thruster, but the problem with this is when you use a little ice that we don't have. We got 998 of ice, and one real quick way to get out of this is turn it on and then fly forward, I guess, if we can. And of course, the unknown signal's gone already, so that's great. So that's not worth doing anymore. And now we gotta find our base, which I think is right over there. Yeah, it's right over there. So not worth it because of this stinking hill. But we should be able to land okay. And of course, that wasted a good chunk of our ice. Yeah, about 40 ice. Or 30. And the worst part is I don't see any ice from doing that either. So that's a bad loss right now. But it's all right. At least we attempted it. We had to at least try it, right? If we see a hill, we'll just say that's not a good idea next time around. But yeah, we gotta head back home, which I think I'm headed the right way around. Not too sure. But of course, we're running into this bit of hill part again also. So if we turn on a hydrogen just to waste some more hydrogen and kind of just float up a bit. Yeah, it's right over there. Okay. And that's the crater that we went around. So let's see how this is going to work. I'm just kind of boosting myself a little bit with the hydrogen, so it is wasting quite a bit. But looking out here, I'm not seeing any ice, which is not good. But if we turn on our ore detector, we might find some ice underneath. So that's another possibility at least. So let's put our ore detector here. Turn it on. We have nickel, silicon, magnesium right over here. That's not too bad in terms of finding the ores and things like that. But yeah, ice is definitely unnecessary, especially for oxygen. We would probably have to travel by this rover for now. I don't see an option to be using anything else at this point at least. If we're using a ship, we can't do ion because we have no platinum or silver or whatever it takes to make thruster components. We can't make hydrogen thrusters because we have no ice. And we can't use atmospheric thrusters because there's no atmosphere on the moon. So it's a conundrum here, to be honest. But we'll have to figure it out quite soon. But I'm glad I not destroyed it in any ways. And it sounds like things are... Oh, wow. Still refining, right? Yeah, still refining. a good chunk, and everything's been produced except for this. That needs a lot more iron to get done, but that's gonna take a while. Hopefully that's not gonna run down my batteries. If it does, hopefully the sun will come up relatively soon. So while we kind of wait for all this, we could edit the Rover a little bit. Not really liking it too much. It's a 3x3 wheel, which is not bad, but it's also not great. The survival kit, I feel like we should move off of it because we don't need to have this on the ship itself. Or a rover. I keep calling it a ship for whatever reason. It's a rover. We'll grab this and we'll throw it in here. I think it's more important to have it here because I didn't even check if I had the progression for it, but luckily there's no issues. That wasn't a good idea. All right, so there's no real good placement for this. Yeah, there's no really good placement for this unless I put it like this. I'll do that for now. I was planning to build somewhat of a hut or a house that I can live in with a bed and have it airtight. Although we're probably not going to put the air vent on. Not yet until we can find ice. But at least have some kind of housing in a way that we could kind of live in. That would be nice. We will fix this up. We could leave the ice in there. We could grab some of it out. Let's just grab some of it out. Let's just say 500 worth out of it and store it in our base. Just in case we need it. And we'll leave the O2H2 on here. Is it not on? I think I turned it off, right? No, it's on. So... Oh, the rover turned off entirely. Alright, so let's refill the bottles really quick. We don't necessarily need to do that, but it's fine. Okay, we can edit this out a little bit since we have more room here. I never really liked the design of this thing because it just looks a little funky. It always seems like the pumpkin chariot, basically. So we gotta just make this a little bit less bulky in a way. All right, so good ways to always just basically shave it off, basically. And here, yeah, I never liked how they did this part of it either. But if I cut this off, the wheel comes off. So that's also another problem. We'll figure that out in a sec. Let me just trim off the top really quick. All right, so we shaved off the top a little bit. Which is looking okay. We need to fix the wheel out a little bit. I think actually, you know what? We don't need the O2H2 here. I think I want to just take that out, to be honest. Oh. That wasn't a good sign. That wasn't good at all. Basically split the ship in half. Oh well. Okay. I need to put the O2H2 somewhere next to connection. I really have this in a poor spot now. More or less I'm just bunching them up all into different areas. I'm probably gonna have to move everything in order to make this work a little bit better. Or maybe I just leave it out here exposed to the elements while I build a little bit of a hut outside of it. I mean, we could do that. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Wow, we ran out of oxygen that quickly? That's insane. Okay, so... wasn't the plan to do this, but it happened. So we're gonna chop it down and replace it all. All right, so that's done. I guess. I mean, we could leave the design with the battery like that. Not a big deal. Looks like we just need to situate that part. And looks like there's a bit of a hole here that we can fix up. And we can make this all a generic steel block. So that shouldn't look too bad. This one will be, yeah, more or less fixing the bottom of it. So now the problem is that we don't have the hydrogen thruster on here on the bottom. We could put it back, no problem. Do we want to put it back is the question. Probably should, I guess. Oop. Now we're on a three-legged rover. Okay, so that's set. That's fine. What we can do here is actually, I think we could do a combination of a medium cargo container. Yeah, we do a medium cargo container. Not much we could do about connecting it to there just yet, but I'm thinking if we did a medium cargo container, we can put it kind of back here. So it's not too far back, but far enough. And we can have a little bit of a hole here if we want to put back the thruster. If we can even make a thruster, we could. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to put in... We can't make the hydrogen thruster because we need to make a hydrogen tank first, it looks like. Yikes. That is not good. Yeah, we need to make a hydrogen tank. I mean, we could make a small hydrogen tank for now, I believe. Or an oxygen tank or something like that. I mean, we don't necessarily need a hydrogen tank. Not yet, at least. Yeah, I'm just going to create it so I can move on to progression. But we're not going to need that. Ooh, but we do need an O2H2 system down here if we are going to do it this way. So that is... Yeah, that's going to get tricky. Alright, so... Let me get my small little hydrogen thruster in here. Just a small one. And that would be just in case we need it. Not exactly what I was hoping for it to do. Actually, might have to bring this out one more, actually. So the thruster can go right here. Not necessarily centered anymore, though. That's the problem. Yeah. Not sure how well that's going to fly. We're going to find out. Okay, so we'll do that for now. So that way we can put the medium cargo container like this with the small port. And then from there, we can do... I'm going to do a little bit of accordion style piece here just to protect the medium cargo container, just in case I crash it for whatever reasons. Okay, with that, and then we're going to do a connector in the back. Something like that. Yeah. Then we'll build around it with wheels and everything like that. And perfect. Just enough mats for everything. All right, so the O2H2 system can now come right here. And we could do it this way. So then we have the bit of a conveyor junction or conveyor connection right down there. So we need a small conveyors. So we can do it like this. And then connect it with these pieces here. Like so. And hopefully I can get to it. Yep. Okay, that's O2. That's connected to the cockpit. That's connected to O2. Perfect. So all that's in there. And we also want a gyroscope. We can make one. Yes, we can. We'll put the gyroscope in here. Kind of hit it in there. What else do we need? The ore detector antenna. Don't know if I can make them, but I hope so. So now, an ore detector we can make, which is good. And antenna. Okay. We can't make an antenna. Antenna. We need to make a control panel or something like that. Just to get it started. In terms of progression. So we'll just throw one in there if we can. And of course, we could leave it there too. As well. Because we don't really need it. Nope, that didn't work. Where's the progression for this? I need a beacon. Yeah, beacon. A beacon, a beacon. Round beacon or a non-round beacon? Nice looking beacon. Haven't used this one at all yet. I mean, probably, yeah, much better to use small grid, obviously, in this case. Don't know if I have enough mats for this, but we'll see. We could put the beacon in here. Not a big deal. Ooh, that wouldn't look too bad. Kind of having it right down there in the middle. Yeah, we'll do that. I don't see a real need for a beacon. And then we can do our ore detector right next to it. Right over here. And now we can have the antenna. So we can just put one right over here on the other side. So kind of all surrounding the beacon a little bit. Okay. Probably just get rid of the beacon. Actually, can the beacon do exactly what the antenna can do? Probably not, actually. Broadcast radius and everything. I don't know. Because when we're talking about the ore detector, uses you broadcast using antenna. So that's why we're using the antenna instead of the beacon. But yeah, I'll just take out the beacon. It looks cool over there, but not necessary whatsoever. So we remove that. And I guess we just covered this up. I guess so for now. And then our rover's back online. Of course, we could add another battery right over here if we need to. And I'm probably going to do that. Would probably prefer the warfare battery in this case, but it's just to make the other side match. We use the same one. All right, we don't know, or we don't have power cells, I think, right? We didn't queue that up. So we do need to make a bunch if we can. I hope we can. Would be extremely ideal if we could. Looks like we have everything except the power cells itself. All right, we need to remake this whole portion as well so that we can put on a wheel. Okay, so with this done, I kind of want to do... I need to get rid of that whole section and change it up a little bit because I would prefer it to be more than one wheel in the back. So here, either I put it here or here for the wheels. Yeah, either one will work fine. And it's going to be a wide rover as well. So, but we could use a short off-road wheels. So, and we'll do 3x3. So we'll do left and then right. So this side's left. So we'll choose this one. And we'll put a wheel probably right here. And then we'll put another one closer to the connector itself. So that would be... I wouldn't put it right up against it. So right over there would probably do okay. Right here. I think that should do. Yeah, I hope so. Okay. So another cool trick with the wheels. So if we could bounce out the wheels, so we know these two are the ones without the wheels. We can't add wheel because it's touching the ground basically if we were to add the wheel. So what we do is grab one other wheel that's active and then do height offset like so. And then we can add the wheel because the height offset is like all the way up here, as you see it, up from the suspension. But of course, we do height offset back to -32 or 0. That fixes that. But that's a bit of a nifty trick if you run into an issue with creating your wheels here. All right, so that's looking okay. It's not the best looking thing in the world, obviously, but looking okay. All right, power cells. Ooh, we have enough power cells for a new battery. Perfect. So Rover can have double the power cells. So this Rover is going to last us quite some time in terms of battery power. And we just got to kind of, I guess, go with the same design here. As much as I don't want to, but might as well. All right, so as I'm building this, I am also queuing things up for production. So we have it. I'm trying to do like 100 each, if anything. So a little bit of a manual process right now, but we'll get to some automations down the line. What we're doing here. So interesting design. All right, the sun is actually coming back, so that's good news. And I'm just gonna finish up creating this wacky part of the rig. It's kind of like that. Just kind of keeping with the design for now. So this, I think we made it into a straight on block, right? No, we put the wheel right there in the corner. That's interesting. So the wheel we put right on this thing, but this thing actually becomes... Oop, I think I went too far. Yeah, this thing becomes a square block. Same with this one, and then the wheel's gonna have to go for now. So we'll square out this part. And let's see. I've done this before where I just built out the outer layer here and left the inner part. So then if something breaks, it doesn't break everything. But I think we're just gonna, I could just do this as a design, if anything. Yeah, I think we'll just do that. Yeah, we'll just do it this way. Might as well. And we can leave these kind of like the way it is. All right. We need wheels on the opposite side here. We got one here. Oop. Did I build that upside down? Is that upside down? It kind of looks like it. Oop. Wait. Or is it the offset? No, I think it's just wrong side. Yeah, that should do it. All right. All right, so I'm charging up a little bit, but the sun is out and my solar panel is getting a little bit of charge, which is great. So my placement of it isn't too bad. It actually kind of worked out. Okay, so this is looking still not the greatest thing in the world, but it's looking okay. I kind of want to fix this as well. I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that. Oh, I can't even do this properly. But the block on the wheel right there, I don't like it to be that block. I'd rather have it to be a square block here. And behind it, same thing. Looks like I could do it. Perfect. And nice. We can replace it without any issues. There we go. And of course we could just add, yeah, we could just add this here if we need to. I'll take this one off. And this one off. That was just to protect it a little bit. But of course we can always do this or this with it. Let's do that way. Yep, that'll work fine. Although I should really change these wheels out to the short one as well. something we should do eventually. Okay, I'm not sure if these are programmed correctly, but the right ones... let's see. Okay, so it's this one and this one that needs to add wheel. I was able to just add wheel just like that for that one, but not this one. Okay. Interesting. So we'll just try that trick again. Oh, that's not good. It's leaning towards us. So let's put that back. Not use this one and use a different one. So we have a little bit better balance. Yep, that's working fine. And then add wheel. There we go. Easy peasy. Okay, that's all good. Probably gonna get rid of this light. No point of having it. Okay, so we got the batteries. Yeah, the batteries are fine. Should probably protect the batteries a little bit with some random designing, like so. And we need to get rid of these wheels. We don't need those specific wheels, because they look terrible right now. Okay, probably gotta do this one by one. So we'll do this one first. I wonder, is this gonna work out? We put the short one right over there. Probably won't work out. We should probably stick it out by a block as well. So actually, let me fix this. Let me fix this up a little bit. All right, so the wheel on the left is gonna be here. So we should put this short one right here, I guess, and that should equal up to the other ones. I mean, it doesn't have to be, but might as well make it equal. All right, so we do need to do that trick again. And we could fix this up to make it look better, but I'm going to leave it as that for now. There's a lot of room right here for stuff. Actually, I should have just put the antenna and what's it called here, kind of tucked in there, so it doesn't have to stick out like that and stuff like that. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's do that. All right, that's all done. So now, if we're looking at all the wheels here, I don't know which one's which really. So I would say the last two, or the last one we put down should be the front one, or whichever the name says. So kind of hard to tell, but I think this one's the front one and this is the front one. Let's just hope that's the case. Yep, perfect. So there's no steering on the other one, so it's gonna be a small steering circle in a way, or radius. But I wonder how this thing drives now. So there's still a thruster inside, so we can always turn that on and off when needed. The only difference is that we need to throw in the ice in there. So there's that. So let's see. All right, I have the ore detector. I have it turned off right now, but you turn right back on. So as you see here, we have some cobalt not too far away. So we just turn that off for now. And the thruster being on works okay. Except the fact that we don't have any, what's it call it right now. Okay, so there's another unknown signal over there, but it looks like it's right over that hump again, which I don't want to traverse again. But we can if we really wanted to. But now we have a fairly decent looking rover, and if we need to connect and recharge, we have the potential to do so. We should cover the top up a little bit more, but I'm just gonna leave it as that for now. It's a decent looking rover for what it is. Okay, let's get back to the base really quick. Pretty much done refining. It's got 10k worth of everything, or of iron. Let me turn this thing back on. Do some drilling to get some more mats if necessary. And it's more or less mostly stone, I would think. But this is going pretty deep. to be honest. Oop. It's actually hit a little bit. All right, so that is pretty deep down with 2 pistons. I mean, it's already past the iron, so there's that. We probably don't want to go too far down past the iron, but I mean, we already did. All right, that did net us a little bit of iron as well, and pretty full. So now comes the interesting part where we can move everything forward just a little bit. So I'm gonna do. So for piston H, we can move it up a little bit. So a little bit at a time. So we do change the maximum distance to like say 3. Now we can move it forward and make a new hole to go down. I don't know if that's too much or too little. Make a nice big hole so it doesn't have any. Actually, that's too bad. So we could bring this down as you see here. And oop, we're gonna break something soon. Go down too fast. But I think it's making a nice connected hole, so that's good. But of course, I'm not gonna keep doing it because we're almost wasting it all. So once we need more mats, we'll just keep going, drill down here, and hopefully there's iron. It looks like there's no iron on that side, unfortunately. So we all the iron's closer to this side, I guess. That's interesting. Huh. Very interesting. Okay, and the other worst part is that we have cobalt, but cobalt is, as you can see, it's right over here. So we gotta make another hole here just to get cobalt. And the worst part is that we don't have a lot of space to keep collecting it this way. So, I mean, for now, let's just make a nice big hole. Get some cobalt really quickly so we can get some metal grids going. Because we are gonna need it. Alright, we dropped down deep enough to get the cobalt. Looks like there's another iron deposit close by as well. Yeah, it's like right on this direction. Either way. So let's just right there. Here we go. There's iron right there next to that. So interesting how, well, the way we have it now, all the iron's on that side and not this side, which we're going forwards, which is not good, but it's okay. We're still getting stone, so it's not the worst thing in the world. And stone helps to get the silicon and nickels anyway, so we should be okay. Okay, I think we're gonna log jam everything like this. If we can't get rid of these quick enough, because I think we're still working on. Is it still working on the drill stuff? Yeah, it is. All right, that's definitely not good. All right, I'm gonna have to make some metal grids if we can. Where's my cobalt that I just got? Let's just put it here for now, so at least our assembler can make and waste, not waste, but use up some stuff for the metal grids this way. Because we definitely don't have enough room for everything. That's fine. We'll let it run. And again, we have a nice little rover. So I think that was the plan for today. It wasn't really planned to making upgraded the rover, but more maintaining the base and digging down a hole. But it looks like we were able to do a little bit to our rover. And actually, I haven't even drove it yet. Let's unpark it. And let's see. That's not too bad. We got to fix the power and everything on it because it's a little bit much. Ooh, power's at that. Let's just do 30. Strength, we'll do 12. Height offset, we'll leave as that. Friction is fine. Ooh, 100 kilometers per hour would be a little bit better. I think we're good there. We do have a gyroscope, so we're good on that front as well. So we can wiggle a little bit. And of course, we just need to put ice if we want to fly up a little bit as an emergency protocol. If we get stuck in a hole again. So I definitely won't make that unknown signal, so we're not gonna go for that. But this thing is driving fairly nice. Not too bad. All right. We have a lot of power, which is great. So we could travel a little bit if we need to and turn on the ore detector so we can see a bit of the resources underneath us. And I like how the wheels actually make a little bit of a squeaking sound. Sounds like either brakes or wheels needs a little bit of attention. If we want to say that. I'm just gonna travel on a smoother area, which is roughly this way. And I didn't put the ice in here yet, so let's just hope we don't get ourselves into trouble. Just traversing this bit of a hump area. Ooh, okay. And we never GPS markered our base, so we gotta be careful where we're going. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Oh, here goes. Some spots on the floor here, so let's see what this is. I think we probably passed this by before. Nickel and silicon and magnesium. So not ice, which is not good. If we get ice, that'll be great. Just on the ground, if anything. If we can't find it, then unfortunately what we're gonna have to do is kind of travel a bit far away just to get some ice, which is definitely not an ideal thing to do with just the rover. If I use up the ice, more or less maybe we'll be okay, but that just sounds like a bad idea as well. I don't even know where I'm going right now. Looks like I'm heading over to more rock. Ooh, I found it. That is pretty much perfect. It's probably not a lot of ice in here. I'm just gonna travel in a spot where the ice is. It's pretty deep. 35 meters deep is where the ice is. So that is a bit crazy. I have no idea where my base is. I think it's over there. As long as we follow SMEG. Yeah, right there. Okay. So ice has been found. So that's perfect. I was not expecting to find ice so soon. So this is going to be... I mean, we're doing pretty good here. So maybe this will be a short series. I don't know. But obviously we need some kind of mobile drilling system or drilling stations so we can sustain and gather more resources quicker. Because me doing this is going to take forever. And then me gathering it with the hand tool, definitely not ideal. And my backpack is very, very limited. We're looking at 1,200 liters. And less because we have stuff in our backpacks already. Alright, how much ice can we bring back with us is a big question. That's actually not too deep of a hole. I mean, 30 something meters is quite a bit, but it doesn't look like it's too much. How much ice can we bring back with us? It's a good question. And it looks like a bit of a sliver of ice here. We could definitely build something.
Inventory full.
A station or so, a digging station, or maybe we do something mobile. So we could travel and grab ice whenever we need it. How much ice do we have now? 382. Plus what's in our medium cargo, 582. And what's in here? We have 2.55k of ice. All right, let's just grab just a tiny bit more because that's a good hefty amount. All right, I think we got a good amount of ice here. About four, is it four? A 4.38k of ice. So we could fill our oxygen if we need to. Yep, we are looking pretty good. So we're gonna need a GPS mark of this ice. And we gotta do the same for home. So let's just get back to home. So we could use up the ice to float up a bit and fly over this whole craziness if we need to. Might as well. If we can. We just gotta be careful not to crash into a crater or something like that, because that's not gonna be fun. And I guess we'll just slowly float on back home without using too much ice. But I like the fact that we can use that one little bit of hydrogen thruster for this. But we could now make a fairly small ship with some hydrogen, because we have ice now. I mean, it's limited, but we still have ice. So that's a good thing. We'll make a small, I guess it's like a saddle ship with the ore detector and things like that. So that way we travel a bit further to find ice. Or do we just build a whole drilling rig? I mean, we could make a drilling rig, but that's going to require a lot of hydrogen that we don't have. And for the moon, more or less, building a ship is better than a rover, because a rover is a little too slow and more dangerous, as you see here. I'm being really careful how we drive this thing, because there's a lot of like little bumps and stuff, and which is launching me up anyways, as you see there. So that's why we gotta be a bit careful there. But ooh, okay, not exactly what I want it to do. I'm just gonna turn that off, and yeah, we're back. We're looking pretty good. We still don't have a home, so I think that's our next step. We do need to make some kind of hab station for ourselves to kind of live in, sleep, and everything like that as we finish off the day. But so far, so good. We got a rover updated. Our drilling's done. We got an O2H2. We brought out the survival kit as well. Ooh, we are running out of power, which is not too bad. All right, so we need to do a solar alignment system fairly soon for the solar panels. So we got to bring this out a little bit and have it on a rotor or a hinge and everything like that, so we can follow the sun a little bit better. We just gotta make a huge solar array basically to collect more sun. Or we could go the route of a hydrogen engine, since we found the ice that we needed. So 2K of ice right here. That's a good hefty amount that we could just turn into hydrogen instead. Maybe a route to go. But again, it is limited ice, so that's the other bad part. All right, I'm gonna put this as base with exclamation point, as I always do. And I think we're good here. So that should be it for today. Updating the rover, doing our digging, getting more resources when finding ice. So I think we did more than enough. But of course, if you enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe. Don't forget to drop a comment down below, even to say hi. And of course, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.